Hello, guys. Welcome to tonight's session of Alcon Global's new Live Go Live session. And today's topic will be talking about how to take care of your health with unique DNA information. As you can see here, we have True You product. And I hope you guys have taken your dinner. I am Jack Liu, and I will be tonight's moderator. So before we go on, can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, type in one in the comments or the chat box so that I know that you guys can hear me. And yeah, that's good. Okay, thank you. And so before we go into tonight's topic, which is the True You DNA profiling, I need to remind you guys of the upcoming events in Alcon Global. So please have let me see the slides. Okay. So upcoming, we have two Mandarin sessions conducted by Alcon Global, which is LRP incentive and also DNA profiling test in Mandarin. So if you would like to know how to double your income in Alcon Global or earn more money, be sure to attend this LRP incentive and invite a lot of your friends who are trying to get through this MCO to join in and attend this Zoom meeting. It will be held on Wednesday, 20th of January, 2021. So 9 p.m. at Zoom. And also for the Mandarin version of this sharing will be conducted by 2-star Diamond Fong Pik Wu next week, Friday. Yeah, at 9 p.m. on Zoom as well. This Friday, 9 p.m. at Zoom. So she'll be sharing more about True You DNA test, but in Mandarin. So be sure to invite your friends and family to come and join in and understand how we can take care of our own health, understand your own body without just go to the doctors every time you fall sick, right? So without further ado, I want to invite the speaker tonight. Her name is Miss Tan, and she was a graduate in double mathematics in the National University of Singapore. Before she joined Alcon Global, this business, she's an ex-IT IVP in an OCBC bank. She's also a certified ACTA trainer. She's also a co-author of a book, Once a Queen, Always a Queen. Yeah, the name of the book is Once a Queen, Always a Queen. You guys can check it up online. It talks about the struggles and the success of women living in Singapore. And she was also one of the featured speakers in Harvard Business Forum in Harvard University in 2016. And also she conducted a corporate health workshop at Ministry of Manpower in Singapore. So she has a lot of achievements in her belt, and she most of the family members in her family has taken this True You profiling test. And let's give it up to Miss Tan and hear what she has to share about this truly unique product that Alcon Global has taken in. So without further ado, Miss Tan, welcome. Over to you.
Thank you, Jeb, for the generous introduction. And first of all, I'd like to, it's really my pleasure to be here, to be invited by Alcon Global to be the speaker for tonight. It's my privilege. And I want to thank my mentor, Mr. Wong, for walking with me with this journey within Alcon Global. So I'd like to, first of all, to congratulate every one of you here to take charge, who is here to take charge of your health and get to know more about yourself. Yeah, because DNA information, when I first got to know 2 months ago, I was very curious and excited because I thought DNA is for criminal, for more for scientific or research, and now you and I, the general public got access to know your own DNA. Isn't it exciting? So why DNA? before that, I would like to look about, in managing our health. We are talking about our body. So first, I would like to invite all of you to pretend, that your body is like a jungle, okay? Oh, can you see my slide in the first place? Give me a minute. Okay, so I was talking about your body is like a jungle, and managing your health is like walking through the jungle. And what happened is that, what if you go in without any guides, no map, no compass, nothing at all? So what will happen to you? You will lose your way, right? Most probably. You may actually enter into, fall over the cliff, or you may come to face with the wild animal. It can become very dangerous in actual fact. So this is what happened. Yeah. So because of the unknown create uncertainties, and of course uncertainties creates a lot of questions. Do you encounter any of these questions yourself? Every day we are looking at supplements, because many people are taking supplements, but what supplements should I take? Do I really need? And for parents, especially the parents with young children, they send their kids to all the different curriculums, the activities, but do they really know which sports, what activities are suitable for their kids? And then we talk about, for myself, my parents are diabetes, and I having diabetes. And so I always ask myself, do I have a risk? Just like my parents. And sometimes, whenever we eat some food, we feel bloated, we do not know exactly what is it. So we try and we say, oh yes, this is something that I should not take. But we keep trying and trying and trying. And if we talk about the weight management, that is a big issue for many people, because I always envy people who lose weight easily, but many more are struggling to lose weight. And then we talk about now, with the lockdown and the economy instability, people are stressed up, and some people are even more stressed than before and feeling more tired, more lethargic. And we're talking about also people like the children, sometimes you can see that some kids, they seems to daydream, in classes, they cannot focus. So for many of us here, I believe ultimately we want to live a what you call healthy and longevity life. But how to achieve? So now imagine you have the guide and all-rounded preparation before you start your journey. What will happen to you? You will not have the risk, of course. You will not have all the problem that we are talking about. So by knowing your body, which is this jungle, and making early preparation, it is very important for your health. Yeah. So the thing is that how do we get to know ourselves? The thing is that different people, different things happen to different people, because everyone is unique, and that is because we have the unique DNA. So using this unique DNA, we can actually find out more about ourselves. And thanks to technology, now we have this DNA profiling test. So what is this DNA profiling test? First of all, it is not your yearly yearly checkup, the blood test. This is a DNA test that you only do it once in your lifetime. So how can this help us? So today, I really want to introduce to you about True You. True You is a DNA profiling test whereby you get to discover the unique True You through your genes. And what happened is that they will reveal 3 major areas in your life about you, okay? So that you can make informed decision, based on the fact. And because we are all unique, one size fit all is definitely not for everyone. Yeah. So the thing is about the three areas we are talking about. First thing, the food that we eat, what are the nutrients that our body need, and how our body interact with the food that we eat. So because we are what we eat and absorb, right? So if we talk about supplementations or nutrients, a lot of people are taking a lot of things, but we need to look at individual. For example, are you deficient? Are you vitamin D deficiency at a high risk, or are you deficient in vitamin A, or in the minerals, magnesium, potassium, sodium, selenium, all these things? Yeah, this is talking about the nutrients need. Do we need to eat everything that everyone is taking? No, of course not. And this aspect also will review your eating habit, because it will also tell you whether you're at the risk of snacking. Some people can't seem to snack, stop snacking. And of course, some people can snack and yet they don't lose weight. Why is that so? Because of their metabolic rate. And also, like all of us here in Asia, many people love coffee, right? So coffee, how does coffee, as in caffeine, interact with your body? And we talk about the food that we eat, the major food that we eat, the protein, the carbo. Can I have more protein as compared to someone? All these things will be reviewed inside through you, okay? And not only that, the second very important area that we are talking about is the potential health risk. Why this is so important? Because we know that prevention is better than cure, right? And this particular area, we are looking into like, what's your obesity risk? The chronic disease like diabetes, yeah, and even your heart problem, yeah, cardiovascular disease. Are you at the high risk? Hypertension. And we also look into your bones, yeah, your bone mineral density, whether you are more prone to osteoporosis, and are you prone to catching a cold? Are your sight degenerating faster than normal? And for myself, actually, I got to know something about this, but later I will share with you. Really, eyes are very important, but not everybody will go for their regular checkup, right? So we are talking about the eye, your immunity, and your gut's health as well. And the last part, we're talking about the stress. Why stress? Because more people are actually suffering from depression, anxiety because of the current situation. If you look at the statistic now, okay, this is not a current statistic, it's sometime way back. 1 in 3 suffer from mental illness. If they can't handle stress properly, it will become a mental problem actually sometimes. Yeah, and in Singapore, we are talking about 1 in 7 suffer from mental illness in their lifetime. So it is actually quite a serious problem in actual fact, because you can't function properly. You may seem normal, but you can't function. Yeah. So it is not only that. When we talk about the health risk, we are talking about the general, the 3 major chronic disease. The common one like high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol is hitting like 10% for diabetes, over 30% for hypertension, and over 50, you are talking about like 20% for the cholesterol, and over 50% are obese. This is based on the statistic in Malaysia. So actually, we are facing a lot of what they call illness problem. And when we look at the 3 major chronic disease, we notice that there are actually 4 major lifestyle related factors that attributes to the disease itself. And out of these 4, beside the tobacco use and the harmful use of alcohol, we are talking about diet and activities. Okay, so in the first place, do you know what is good for your body? Yeah, so this is actually very important. When you get to know the diet, what diet is suitable, then you can eat accordingly. And what about the physical inactivities? What activities are suitable for me? Exercise is good, but what other exercise is really good, suitable for you? So it is not just that, because the chronic disease carries with the medical cost, which can be very humongous, I would say, because this is not just the treatment itself. That is, the cost is always rising, and it's in fact at a 12% inflation. The long-term, what you call long-term medical costs, because for this patient, they have to carry on with their routine checkup. And we are talking about in general, in Singapore alone, we are looking at 100 to 200K per year. So it is really a huge amount. Not many people are earning that type of money. And when you are sick, some of you can't even work. And what happened? So someone have to bear the cost. Of course, there are insurance, but how much can it cover? So medical cost is really a huge problem if you do not take care of yourself. So so we want to know our potential health risk so we can avoid that. The third thing, True You will actually give you an insight about your personal trait, which you may know or you may not know, okay? At the same time, your physical makeup, that could potentially be your I think I need to stop for a while because my laptop actually crashed due to the I think what happened. Okay, give me a minute. You may have to hold for a while. I think my laptop just crashed. Okay. Give me a minute. I think it's like everyone is so excited because when we talk about this, sorry, yeah. Give me a minute. Let me just bring up my laptop again. Sometimes things happen when it gets so hot. Yeah. So when we talk about this DNA test, okay, why my family, like what Jet said, many of my family members have taken the DNA test. And why is that so? First reason is that because of my parents, both have diabetes. We want to manage our health better. And of course, it's like because we thought that this type of profiling test is only for the elite. It used to be for the elite, and it's very expensive. So when the company first offered this DNA profiling test, I was really drilled because I want to understand more about myself instead of making all the guesswork, like all the questions that I just mentioned earlier, about what should I eat, why is it that whenever I eat something, I feel bloated, and then things like, am I spending the money at the right place? Because a lot of people take what they call glucosamine, calcium. They say it's good for the ladies, but do I really need? So all these questions make me wonder, yeah. So I was just thinking that, do I really need to keep on trying, making all the guesswork? I think it is costly in the first place. It will cost a lot of money because you have to keep on trying, first thing. And what if you try the wrong method? You made a wrong choice. Like for myself, I just found out that I have caffeine sensitivity. And what is caffeine sensitivity? It actually causes my gut irritation. And not only that, when I am in it actually affect my focus. And this is really something I was shocked, because I used to go for meetings and I will take a coffee, because we tend to meet at Starbucks. So coffee is naturally one of the default choice. So I end up taking a lot of coffee. And what I found is that whenever I was sitting through the meeting, I would lose my focus. I find it very hard to listen to what they are talking about. So it is actually what they call, it is I'm struggling, actually. I'm struggling. And I didn't know that it's because caffeine is bad for my health, for my focus. And not only that, caffeine affect my sleep as well. So it's really something that I'm glad I get to know about it. So now there are certain things I will not do. Yeah, I have to make adjustment according to what my body tells me what is good for me. Yeah, so now my slide is back. I will need to please enable my sharing. Put me as a co-host, please. Okay. Can someone help me to enable my share?
Okay,
Give
Miss
me a
Tan.
minute, yeah. Okay. It's still disabled. Under TANSL. Could you, yes, thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, ready.
Okay, great. We are back. Okay, so where was I? Let me see. Okay. So we were looking at the two areas that I have covered, right? So, so the third one, we are talking about your personal trait. Okay, this one is like, first thing I discover, are you a workaholic? I am 100%. And I have poor attention span. So this is something that you want to know about your child, definitely, you know, because why? If your child is struggling with attention, what you can do for them is that you can help them to compensate, to overcome their limitation, their liability, so-called, yeah, and help them to excel. If they have poor memory, you help them to excel with the right enrichment class. Not every class is suitable, but with the right enrichment class. And then here you can also understand why you can stay up late, but most people are not 9 hours, by the way. And over here, you can also understand about, do you need a longer or just a normal sleep to get recharged? These are important because our body is what is made of, and we have to listen to what our body really needs. So apart from here, when we talk about the potential, we are talking about your physical makeup. You know, are you a born athlete? Based on your muscle power, your muscle stamina, you know, do you have high recovery rate, low injury risk, and your power to weight ratio is gifted, and so forth. So all these things are crucial if you want to groom someone to be an athlete, and you have that information beforehand, you would know what exactly to do. So this will help you to plan the exercise or whatever activities that you deem suitable. Yeah. So for yourself and your loved one. So the thing about True You, it gives you the DNA result, right? It doesn't stop there. Okay. It will go ahead and tell you, give you recommendation what you can do about it. And not only that, it also give you your action plan, personalized action plan, because we are all different, right? So the personalized action plan is just for you and no one else. Yeah. So this is the road that you can take on. It's just like now you are inside the jungle. The DNA result is your map. And now they give you the compass, the torch, you know, the whatever, the kits, that is your recommendation, your action plan. That's how you can go through your jungle maze with ease and enjoy the scenery. Yeah. So why choose True You? True You may not be the only DNA profiling test, but it is definitely one of the better one that you have to take a serious look about it because of 6 reasons. The first thing we will talk about is precision. accuracy. Why is this important? Because you are going to do it once in your lifetime. You are not going to do a few times, right? Because we're based on DNA. DNA does not change. So this DNA profiling, we talk about, we need to collect the sample first. So normally people in the industry, we are looking more on saliva versus buccal swab. But for us, we choose saliva collection. Why? For 3 reasons. First thing, it is more stable by 78 times. And not only that, it has 18 times higher DNA yield, which means that you do not need to take again, and again, because of insufficient DNA. And the quality is 5 times better. So with this fact, it is definitely easier also for us to use our saliva, right? We just need 2 ml of our saliva and they can actually derive your DNA. Isn't that great? And the most important thing, of course, beside the collection, the result must be accurate. And we talk about accuracy is that because the result that we gotten from our lab, there's this assurance that it can be replicated in any other similar ISO IEC accredited laboratory with 99.9% accuracy. What does it mean is that the result that you have gotten from us can be is recognized and accepted across lab, across countries, because it is 99.9% accurate. Yeah. So the next thing we talk about is that the result, okay, the areas that we are looking at, it is actually like what I have gone through, the 3 main areas of information that you can derive from. Those areas are things that concern about you, and you can do something about it, okay? And this information, how do they derive, is that they use a customized big chip whereby 1,000 SNPs are carefully selected, okay? This 1,000 SNPs are actually segments of your DNA that can be different from person to person. And the SNPs are referring to wellness and what we call about our general health and wellness related. So when we get this result, we can do something about it. The opposite, we are referring to things like the color of your hair, the color of your eyebrow, the eyeball. These are non-actionable. So DNA can be, there are lots of different types of DNA for information, but we are looking at things that we can do something about it. And this is very important. Yeah, we want to know the information so that we can adjust our lifestyle and see result, improve result. Yeah. So the thing is that our True You also gives you what you call is reliability and trustworthy. Why is that so? Because True You is actually a result of collaborations of Gene Express and plus the scientists and researchers in UK. Okay, Gene Express is actually a biotechnology company that provides genome-wide SNP genotyping services in Malaysia. And our gene variant profile are actually expertly analyzed by our UK partners via the big data analysis. So what exactly are they? First, we talk about Gene Express, yeah? Gene Express is actually an award-winning lab. So we're talking about the facility inside the lab. First thing is that we have the state-of-art design, as you can see over here, yeah? We use what we call the customized LIMS system. This is a data management system to computerize all the information that is captured inside there, so that you make sure is your DNA informations are captured and secure and accurate. Yeah. And then the technology that we are using to extract your DNA variants is we are using this Illumina. Illumina is actually the leading, one of the leading manufacturer in genetic in this field. So another thing is that the whole lab is actually accredited with an ISO IEC 17025-2017. What does it mean is that end to end, the process end to end, starting from your saliva collection all the way to the report generation, they are all audited and they follow the protocol, a standard SOP, and it makes sure it's consistent and accurate, whatever result that you get. Yeah, so it gives you assurance. And not only that, our Gene Express has been recognized as the Malaysian Health and Wellness Brand Award 2019 in digital healthcare category. Yeah, so the thing about lab, who are the one in charge? We have a scientific advisory board who actually supervise and monitor all the protocols. Yeah, so who are they? The Chief Scientific Officer that I want to introduce you is, I would say, he is Dr. DNA in this region. Why? Dr. Kaur Chon Lake has over 50 years of experience teaching and researching genetics. And he is also the former professor of genetic and molecular biology at University of Malaya. She was the former head of DNA Center at NIE, and National Institute of Education, Nanyang Technology University in Singapore. Yeah, so very impressive. And he was the first scientist to provide DNA typing service in Malaysia. So he's like the father of DNA. Yeah, and with him we have Dr. Tay Sher-Hu. She has over 16 years of experience in genetic molecular biology and biotechnology, and she is equipped with postdoctorate research experience at the Center for Research in Biotechnology for Agriculture, University Biotechnology, University of Manchester, UK. So you see, the people who supervise the lab, they give us the assurance. And the thing about through you is that we don't just give you result that just now we talk about it, recommendation, action plan, but we give you the personalized supplementation that is required for you, just for you. So we are the only company that caters end-to-end consumer journey from DNA data identification to personalized solution. Some company, they do provide the results, but they don't have the solution. So what happens is that you will have to go to any of the Guardian, pharmacy, and you have to ask them and get off the rack solution, and you don't even really know who are they. So over here, you have not, you won't have this worry at all. Yeah. The thing about our report, after analysis, the report that you get, you can actually read it anytime, anywhere, whenever you need it, because it's inside your phone. This is very important because it has so much information, you probably cannot remember every time. So you need to access it anytime you need. So, and all this report, for some people, they prefer the hard copy. We have it as a hard copy PDF file. You can download it. It is over 130 pages for myself. Yeah. So the reports are very detailed, and let's take a look at the report itself. This report is meant for you, by the way, and not for anyone. If somebody take this report, it meant nothing to them because they can't use it. This is only just for you. So let's take a look at one of these reports. In fact, we have the 84 DNA parameters that the total report will be. So this one is just one of the 84 DNA parameter, caffeine sensitivity. So what you will see is that they will give you a description. First thing, the description of the DNA parameter, what it's all about. And then they will show you the genetic indicator, meaning that whether are you at risk or you are okay, or you have potential. So if you look at the scale itself, the red side, which is the left side, indicates that is something not so good. On the right side, the green one, it means something that is good. So you have to read according to what is the DNA parameter. And they will also show you what is the genes of interest, which genes they are looking at, and they will give you the recommendation. Recommendation. So it is a very detailed report, and this is just one of them. So for myself, I was slightly sensitive. This is a high sensitivity, which means that this person can't even drink a cup. Not recommended. The other two, the second report that I just want to show you is the genetic type 2 diabetes risk. So here is in the center, which means it's normal risk. So over here, as you can see, for this case, the genes of interest is there are 12 of them. So everything are stated there, very transparent. And this is the action plan. The step 3, the genetic action plan. This action plan, again, it is very personalized, because the thing is that when you want to do this DNA profiling test, you will be asked to answer a series of questions. There are 24 of them, and it's geared towards your needs and what you want to achieve as well, and what's your current status. So based on that and your DNA results, they will give you a action plan. Isn't this great? So with this action plan, you can know exactly what are the things that you need to take priorities and add on it. And the thing about the report that we are receiving, all these things that is written down there are science-based. First thing, science-based, scientific proven. Why? Because these are derived based on the reference, and every DNA parameter is actually supported by at least 4 peer-reviewed scientific papers. In fact, in total, we have over 2,000 scientific research link that you can click and check it out yourself. So everything is there for you to read, to understand better how this thing affect your body. So DNA profiling test, is it the most valuable investment once in your lifetime? To me, it's definitely one of the most valuable investment in my lifetime. Why is that so? Because first thing is that I wish I know earlier, actually, about my gum health. Then I would have done something different. And I'm glad to know that I don't have genetic type 2 risk. But I also know that I need longer sleep to recover. These are the things that nobody can tell me unless I know my genes, right? Through this DNA test. And for many of you here, you're wondering, what is investment? For many people, investment relates to wealth, right? So is health your first wealth? If you really think that health is your first wealth, then this is really something you want to invest, because it will give you a peace of mind. You can actually avoid all the unnecessary and humongous what they call medical fees, cost if anything should you not control and then it happens. And then it can help you to adjust your lifestyle so that your body can cope better. And ultimately, what you want to do is that you want to be younger, right? You want to live longer, right? And healthier, of course. And be your best form as early as possible. So now that you know there is such a DNA profiling test, what are you going to do about it? Well, the decision is really yours. And I really want to encourage that do something about it for yourself and your loved one, because health starts by knowing your genes. So I thank you. And now I would like to invite Sharon for tonight. She is Miss Agnes Lim from Malaysia. She has 15 years in finance industry and 5 years in education. She has been using Elkin products for the last 15 years. Let's hear from her how the True You actually helps her. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Agnes.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Tan, for your introduction. I'm Agnes. Thank you, my mentor, Wei-Ten and Miss Tan. And thank you, Elkin, too, for giving me this opportunity to share about True You. So in fact, I have done my True You test in October. So I'm really excited when I received my report. Why is it? Because throughout these 50 years, due to advanced technology, I'm having my own unique genetic data. Isn't it amazing? So I have informed decision about 11 categories. So my report roughly about 136 pages, and it's a very detailed, but the summary of report is given to us. So we just download and view anytime. You can view anytime. So based on the report, I have a genetic high blood pressure. So, and the risk of infection. So high blood pressure is going to affect my eyesight if I don't really take care of it. And I have a high risk of open angle glaucoma. So the action planner given by the UK expert is you have to consume 500 ml water every morning and 3 liters of water every day. And I have to sleep early and I need meditation before sleep. So what is the suggestion is that I need to do more exercise, especially aerobic, to increase my blood circulation. And on top of that also, my parameters show that I have stress and pressure. Okay. Besides that also, I am very high sensitivity in caffeine. So even though I'm like coffee very much, but I have to stop to take coffee since then. So besides, I need to take less salt, less sugar, and have to take more veggie, broccoli, especially they're giving it a very special like broccoli and asparagus. So I also lack of quite a lot of minerals, like with vitamin D and selenium. On top of that, the diet, I must include more tuna and Brazil nuts also. On top of that, I'm glad to know that I'm physical muscle power is gifted, but okay, fully utilized. I really fully utilized and active in sport during my school days. Okay, so I really encourage those who haven't done your DNA test, don't wait, because you only do it once in a lifetime. Okay, that's all my sharing for today. Thank you. Back to you, Ms. Tan.
Okay. So we have come to the end of the session for today, and thank you everyone to be here with us. And in fact, just to let you know, there is a very irresistible what you call offer for this DNA profiling test. Please check with the person who invited you. So we thank you everyone. Yeah, goodbye. Stay safe.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Tan, so much for your sharing. It was a wonderful sharing. I believe with that, a lot of us here are now more knowledgeable on what are the uniqueness of our True DNA test and how it can help us achieve health and even longevity. It all starts with understanding of our genes. So if you still have questions about the DNA test, please contact your friend who has invited you to attend tonight's session for more information. So thank you guys and stay safe. Bye. And also, remember to stay tuned for upcoming events in Elkin Global. You can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook and all the other social medias. So thank you for attending tonight's session. Good night and bye.